Newer generation of copywriters, if they're not that good, they might be left for dead.
The elephant in the room is AI. And that's what a lot of people are, copywriters are starting. So, some are freaking out, some are embracing, some are, there's opinions left and right on that. But, learning new skills, like you're saying, like CMO type things, where you're looking at like processes and things that can be improved on a marketing level can make you more indispensable than just being a copywriter. Not that there's anything wrong being a copywriter, but, obviously you have to be on the leading edge of copywriting in order to get work now, because you can easily be replaced by a machine if you're not that great. So, but what are your thoughts specifically on AI writing and what it's going to do to the copywriting world?
You're the first person I've actually even bothered to make a comment about it. When I say bothered, it's because there's so many posts on Facebook and all these gurus coming out with their AI courses and blah, 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 and fear mongering. And I just sit back and I watch and I laugh. It's definitely got a place. But because I don't specifically write for clients anymore, haven't for a lot of years, I don't even look at it. I'm aware of it. But what's interesting, a friend of mine is very big in the SEO space. He's had access to ChatGPT 3 for well over a year before it even got launched. I mean, he's just so far ahead of the curve, right? So I'm familiar with what he's talking about. I think there's definitely a place for it, but you're right. You can't just offer copywriting services. To me, you'll be dead in the water with or without AI. Because what I found over the years is a lot of copywriters they learn copy, but they don't know how to sell themselves, yet they're a copywriter trying to sell their services to a client.
Yeah.
Right. Have that sort of baby bird syndrome, feed me, mouth open, instead of actually going out there and looking under, whatever rocks they need to look under to get their ideal client. So I think AI has definitely got a place to speed up the process and research, et cetera, et cetera. The newer generation of copywriters, and as you said, if they're not that good, they might be left for dead. You've got to package up, become more of a specialist, and nobody wants just straight copy, right? They want someone who can go, well, actually, your offer's weak, so unless I improve the offer, the copy's not going to work.
Yeah.
Right, and look at other things that might be a problem. A call I just had with a client literally an hour or so ago. He's an old client who did my outrageous office training, and he's working with somebody, and he's in that executive space. He does leadership training for executives and CEOs, et cetera. And the offer that he's got with somebody else is not quite dialed in. They're getting a lot of open rates, but crickets for the rest of it, like 70% open rates, which is phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
I gave him three things on that call that might solve the problem that they just hadn't thought of. So, someone who's been around for a long time, like myself, like I'm a dinosaur to many people in that direct response, and I'm okay with that, is that we've got the experience, and I've got the business experience as well in running my own businesses and pulling apart at least 10,000 business owners during my banking time, to know I can add, and always have been able to add, a lot more value to a client than just straight copywriting services, copywriting fees.
Yeah. And I mean, I think, people who look at it in the sense of like, oh, I'm a copywriter, I'm going to be obliterated by AI, are people who don't evolve in their careers, right? Like, I mean, I started, managing a couple of merchant accounts. If I would have just stuck to that, I don't know how far I would have gotten in my career, right? I had to learn how to open merchant accounts, how to work with different companies, how to work with different jurisdictions. So you almost have to kind of step it out and learn more. So regardless of any new tools that come in, like, you can't just do one thing and never evolve. It's just never going to get you anywhere else, right? You can't keep riding the same bike. You gotta get a new one here and there. So I mean, I completely agree with you, is that, regardless with AI is there or not, like, if you're just going to be a copywriter, you're not going to know how to help convert a sale. Like, for example, a lot of merchants, come by direct payment, and we talk to them. It's like they're getting, let's say, 100 people on their checkout page, but only 70 convert. That means 30 people are getting declined. Why are they getting declined? That has nothing to do with your copy, has nothing to do with your buying traffic. It really has to do with the fact that maybe you have some settings that are incorrect. Maybe on the tech side, there's something going on. Maybe, your processor's in a different region from your customers. There's a million things that you can do, but the person who's writing your copy should, or if you're a copywriter, if you're kind of like a full marketing expert, you'll see these things. You'll be able to say, hey, we're not doing this, and the checkout page doesn't have that. And we need to add this. So, I guess we agree in the sense of like, you need to evolve as a human being in your career. You can start off as a copywriter and then learn more stuff to make yourself more valuable. I mean, there was a time, I think, where copywriters were, I work with copywriters as well for our business. And it's like writing me an email sequence and sending to me on a doc. What is that going to do for me? I mean, now I have to find somebody to set it all up and check the results and tell me if this is converting, like do the whole thing. Like, here, write that email, send it out, tell me how it does, come back and tell me we need to do this. I don't want to have to set it up, because that kind of, turns me off as a business owner. I don't want to spend my time. That's why I'm hiring somebody. Hope you found today's session valuable. If you have any questions for me or just want to connect, please feel free to visit my website, mariasparagis.com. That's mariasparagis.com. I'd love to hear what you're working on, so drop me a line on any hot button issues your business is experiencing. And remember, don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once.